Welcome, Sigma sisters. When you encounter a Sigma female, there's no need for her to shout or seek attention. Her presence alone speaks volumes. She carries herself with quiet confidence and inner strength that naturally draws people in. Without trying, she stands apart, and those around her can't help but sense they're in the presence of someone truly remarkable. In today's video, we're going to explore the subtle, often subconscious, ways people react when they realize they're in the company of a Sigma female. But before we dive in, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone here for your incredible support. Your likes, comments, and shares mean the world to me. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the Sigma Sisterhood channel. Together, we're building a community that celebrates individuality, strength, and independence. 1. Testing boundaries. When a Sigma female steps into the room, some people feel compelled to test her boundaries. This isn't always an aggressive or negative action, but more of a subtle, subconscious challenge. They might push her limits to see if they can penetrate her calm and unshakable demeanor. It's almost like an unspoken test to measure her strength. This can come in the form of small provocations, a passive-aggressive comment, attempts to manipulate her into conflicts she'd rather avoid, or even daring moves to see how much she will tolerate. They do this not out of a desire to harm, but to measure themselves against her resilience. After all, the Sigma female exudes a level of independence and self-assuredness that is rare. People can't help but wonder if she can maintain that poise under pressure. The fascinating part? The Sigma female rarely takes the bait. She doesn't engage in unnecessary conflicts because her boundaries are solid, built over time through deep self-reflection and life experience. She's not easily provoked or swayed by others' attempts to destabilize her. While they may be waiting for her to crack or respond, what they don't realize is that her strength comes from within, and she doesn't rely on external validation. As people push, hoping to find a weakness, they only end up highlighting their own insecurities. She doesn't bend to their whims because she understands who she is, and she's not here to prove anything to anyone. In the end, those who try to test her boundaries often leave the encounter humbled, realizing they've come up against someone who knows herself deeply and is not easily shaken. 2. Passive sabotage. When a Sigma female is recognized as the one who naturally commands respect without seeking it, some people respond by engaging in passive sabotage. This type of behavior is not outright malicious or confrontational, but it's rooted in insecurity. Those who feel threatened by her independence and quiet confidence might try to subtly undermine her, hoping to diminish her influence in small, almost undetectable ways. Passive sabotage can manifest in various forms. It could be a snide comment cloaked in a fake compliment like, "You're so confident, I wish I could be as cold as you." Or it might be a small but deliberate action, forgetting to invite her to an important meeting or leaving her out of a group decision. These actions are meant to chip away at her presence without openly challenging her, allowing the saboteur to maintain a sense of control in a situation where they feel overshadowed by her natural strength. What makes this behavior particularly insidious is its subtlety. It's often hard to detect at first, and the people engaging in it might even appear supportive on the surface. They may smile and nod in her direction, all while quietly working against her behind the scenes. But here's the kicker. The Sigma female is far more perceptive than most realize. She has a keen awareness of people's motivations and can sense the undercurrents of passive sabotage. While others might crumble under such subtle opposition, the Sigma female stays focused and unshaken. She's used to people trying to undermine her, and she navigates these situations with grace and intelligence. Instead of getting bogged down by negativity, she pushes forward, knowing that the attempts to sabotage her only reinforce her strength and determination. In the end, those who try to work against her often find themselves outmatched, as she continues to succeed in spite of their efforts. 3. Unsolicited advice. A Sigma female's autonomy can unsettle those who are used to exerting control or influence over others. She moves through life on her own terms, confident in her ability to make decisions without needing approval. For some people, this independence is uncomfortable, and they feel the need to reassert their relevance by offering unsolicited advice. This advice often comes across as condescending, masked as concern. It could sound like, "I know you're strong, but maybe you should consider doing things differently." Or, "You're so independent, but everyone needs help sometimes." The implication is that the Sigma female's approach to life, while admirable, is somehow incomplete or flawed. They believe that by inserting their opinions, they can regain some control over the situation, or perhaps feel less threatened by her competence. However, the Sigma female doesn't seek validation from others. She listens politely, but she doesn't let their words sway her path. Her decisions are based on her own experiences, instincts, and a deep understanding of herself, not on the unsolicited input of others. She values advice from trusted sources, but only when it's genuinely helpful and not rooted in someone else's discomfort with her independence. In reality, the people offering unsolicited advice are often projecting their own insecurities. They see in the Sigma female what they wish they had: the confidence to live authentically without constantly seeking external approval. Offering advice is their way of trying to level the playing field, to make themselves feel relevant in the presence of someone who clearly doesn't need their guidance. For the Sigma female, this behavior is more of a mild annoyance than a real obstacle. She continues to chart her own course, unaffected by the opinions of those who feel compelled to guide her unnecessarily. Her ability to stay true to herself, despite the noise, only reinforces her strength and independence. 4. Projecting their insecurities. When a Sigma female enters the room, her quiet strength and unshakable self-assurance can bring out insecurities in others. Instead of acknowledging these feelings, some people choose to project their insecurities onto her. This projection often takes the form of negative labels, accusing her of being cold, arrogant, or distant, when in reality, these are traits they fear in themselves. For example, someone might say, "She's so aloof, she thinks she's better than everyone," when in truth, the Sigma female simply doesn't play into social hierarchies or the need for constant validation. Her independence is mistaken for arrogance because it highlights what others lack: the confidence to stand alone without needing approval from the crowd. People project their insecurities onto the Sigma female because it's easier than confronting their own shortcomings. If they can label her as the problem, they don't have to deal with their discomfort in the face of her strength. It's a defense mechanism that allows them to avoid looking inward. The Sigma female, however, is not swayed by these projections. She knows who she is and understands that the judgments of others have more to do with their own struggles than with her actions. Her calm demeanor and self-assuredness aren't a front. They're the result of years of personal growth and introspection. While others may project their fears and insecurities onto her, she remains unfazed. She doesn't need to engage with their accusations because her sense of self isn't tied to external opinions. The Sigma female recognizes that these projections are just reflections of the insecurities that others carry, and she chooses to rise above them, continuing to live authentically and unapologetically. 5. Constantly watching. When a Sigma female is in the vicinity, it's not uncommon for people to keep a watchful eye on her. This scrutiny can come from a mix of admiration, jealousy, or even a desire to understand her enigmatic nature. Unlike more conventional personalities, the Sigma female operates on her own terms, often leaving others curious about her actions and decisions. Those around her may find themselves unintentionally drawn to her, almost as if she radiates an aura that demands attention. This can lead to a scenario where they observe her closely, analyzing her every move, gesture, and interaction. They might ask themselves questions like, "How does she carry herself so confidently?" Or, "What makes her different from everyone else?" This constant watching is not just about curiosity, it also stems from a sense of competition. People often measure their own worth against those they perceive as stronger or more independent. When they see a Sigma female exuding calmness and self-reliance, it can provoke feelings of inadequacy within them. As a result, they become fixated on her, hoping to glean insights that might help them navigate their own insecurities. However, the Sigma female remains largely unbothered by this scrutiny. She's comfortable in her own skin and doesn't feel the need to perform for others. Instead, she focuses on her own goals and aspirations. The energy she gives off can often deter overly invasive observations. She tends to maintain a strong boundary that signals, "I am not here for your entertainment or scrutiny." This dynamic creates a fascinating psychological dance. While others watch and analyze, the Sigma female continues to forge her own path, creating a powerful dichotomy between her autonomy and their need for external validation. Over time, the more they watch her without interacting, the more they realize that she's not just a figure to be observed but a complex individual with her own journey. In the end, their constant watching reveals more about their struggles than it does about her. As the Sigma female carries on with her life, unperturbed by their gaze, she inadvertently encourages them to reflect on their own lives and motivations. 6. Underestimating her. The quiet confidence of a Sigma female often leads to others underestimating her capabilities. Many people make the mistake of viewing her calm demeanor as a sign of weakness or a lack of ambition. They might think she's merely a passive observer in the social landscape, but this assumption couldn't be further from the truth. This underestimation typically comes from a misunderstanding of what it means to be a Sigma female. Unlike those who thrive on social validation and seek the spotlight, she finds strength in her independence and self-sufficiency. Because she doesn't actively seek attention, some may mistakenly perceive her as lacking the drive or competence that more extroverted individuals often display. In professional settings, for example, a Sigma female might find herself overlooked during team discussions or projects. Colleagues may assume she's not interested in leadership roles simply because she doesn't make a fuss about her ideas or contributions. However, she often possesses deep insights and a wealth of experience, which she can bring to the table when she chooses to engage. Moreover, this underestimation can sometimes work in her favor. While others may disregard her potential, she quietly observes, analyzes, and assesses the dynamics around her. This unique position allows her to gather valuable information and insights that others may miss. When the time is right, she can step into action, surprising everyone with her intelligence and capability. As she gradually reveals her strengths, those who underestimated her often find themselves stunned. The Sigma female has an uncanny ability to rise to challenges and excel in her endeavors, even when others doubt her. Her achievements serve as a powerful reminder that confidence doesn't always need to be loud. Sometimes, it's the quietest voices that carry the most weight. Over time, those who underestimated her begin to realize their mistake. They might even come to respect her for her resilience and capability. But this respect is often hard-earned, as it requires them to confront their own biases and assumptions about what strength and competence truly look like. 7. Drawing attention in social situations. In social settings, a Sigma female often has a unique way of drawing attention without trying to do so. It's as if she possesses an innate magnetism that attracts people's eyes and ears. This natural allure stems from her authenticity and the confidence she exudes, which often leaves others captivated by her presence. When she enters a room, conversations may shift and energy levels might change. The Sigma female doesn't need to be loud or overtly charismatic to capture attention. Her quiet strength and the way she carries herself naturally draws people in. This can create a ripple effect in social dynamics, with others finding themselves eager to know more about her. People are often intrigued by her because she doesn't fit the mold of traditional social archetypes, while others may vie for attention through boisterous laughter or flamboyant storytelling. The Sigma female offers a refreshing alternative. Her insights and perspectives are often thoughtful and profound, providing depth to conversations that might otherwise remain superficial. However, this attention can also bring its challenges. Some individuals may feel threatened by her ability to effortlessly attract attention and may respond with jealousy or passive aggression. They may attempt to undermine her or draw focus back to themselves. Yet, the Sigma female typically remains unperturbed by these reactions. She understands that the attention she garners is often a reflection of her authenticity, not a competition. Moreover, her presence can inspire others to be more genuine and true to themselves. When they see her confidently navigating social situations, they may feel encouraged to step out of their comfort zones and embrace their own identities. This ability to influence others positively, without even trying, underscores the Sigma female's strength. Ultimately, the attention she draws serves a purpose. It allows her to connect with like-minded individuals and create meaningful relationships. For her, it's not about being the center of attention. Rather, it's about fostering genuine connections and contributing to enriching conversations. 8. Reactions to her independence. A Sigma female's independence often elicits varied reactions from those around her. For some, her self-sufficiency is a source of inspiration, while for others, it breeds envy or discomfort. The stark contrast in responses can reveal much about the individuals involved, making it a fascinating dynamic to observe. Those who admire her independence often express genuine respect and admiration. They see her ability to navigate life on her own terms as empowering and motivating. These individuals are usually secure in themselves and appreciate the Sigma female's authenticity, often wishing to emulate her strength in their own lives. They find comfort in the knowledge that someone can thrive without adhering to traditional expectations or seeking validation from others. On the flip side, her independence can trigger feelings of insecurity in others. Those who feel threatened by her confidence may respond with skepticism or outright disdain. They might dismiss her achievements or label her as aloof, all while grappling with their own insecurities. This reaction stems from a fear of being overshadowed. They worry that her independence exposes their own reliance on social acceptance or external validation. Interestingly, the Sigma female is usually unfazed by these mixed reactions. She understands that her journey is unique and does not need to conform to others' expectations. She often embraces her independence as a badge of honor, recognizing that it may evoke discomfort in those who don't understand or appreciate it. Furthermore, her reactions to others' responses are often telling. When met with admiration, she reciprocates with warmth and encouragement, fostering connections. However, when faced with negativity, she may choose to distance herself from those who cannot celebrate her success. This selective engagement allows her to cultivate a supportive circle that aligns with her values and aspirations. Ultimately, the Sigma female's independence serves as both a mirror and a catalyst for those around her. It reflects their strengths and weaknesses, urging them to confront their feelings and beliefs. In this way, her independence not only shapes her life, but also influences the lives of those she encounters. 9. Asking personal questions. As a Sigma female navigates social interactions, she often finds herself on the receiving end of probing personal questions. While these inquiries may initially seem innocuous, they often stem from a deep curiosity about her independence and self-sufficiency. People are drawn to her, wanting to understand the motivations and experiences that have shaped her. These questions can range from the straightforward, "How did you become so confident?" to the more personal, like, "Are you dating anyone?" Such inquiries often reveal a longing for connection or understanding. The Sigma female's independence can evoke admiration, but it can also raise questions about loneliness or relationship status. However, this probing can sometimes feel intrusive. The Sigma female is often protective of her personal life, having cultivated her independence through careful self-exploration and a commitment to authenticity. As a result, she may choose to deflect these questions or provide only surface-level responses. This is not an act of secrecy, but rather a boundary-setting exercise. She values her privacy and understands the importance of maintaining some level of mystery. In her interactions, the Sigma female is skilled at redirecting conversations. When faced with overly personal inquiries, she often brings the focus back to shared interests or topics that encourage deeper dialogue without compromising her boundaries. This skill not only protects her privacy, but also encourages others to engage in more meaningful conversations. Interestingly, while some may feel frustrated by her reluctance to share, many come to appreciate the depth of her character. The Sigma female's ability to navigate these questions gracefully often prompts others to reflect on their own boundaries and the importance of respecting personal space. Ultimately, the questions directed at her serve as a reminder of the complexity of human relationships. While they stem from a place of curiosity, they also highlight the importance of understanding and respecting boundaries. The Sigma female's approach to these inquiries reflects her strength and integrity, reminding others that true connections are built on mutual respect and understanding. 10. Wanting to understand her. Lastly, one of the most compelling signs that people recognize a Sigma female is their desire to understand her better. This interest goes beyond simple curiosity. It's a genuine effort to comprehend her thought processes, motivations, and the unique qualities that make her stand out. People are often captivated by the Sigma female's independence and enigmatic nature. They find themselves drawn to her, wanting to decipher what lies beneath her composed exterior. This desire for understanding can manifest in various ways, from thoughtful questions to attempts at deeper conversations. Those who seek to understand her often approach her with respect and curiosity. They might engage her in discussions about her passions, goals, or experiences, hoping to learn more about the person behind the confident facade. This genuine interest can lead to meaningful connections, as the Sigma female appreciates those who take the time to see her beyond surface-level interactions. However, not all attempts to understand her come from a place of respect. Some people may approach her with a desire to categorize or label her, attempting to fit her into a box that aligns with their preconceived notions. This can feel reductive and frustrating for the Sigma female, as she embodies complexity that defies simplistic explanations. As she navigates these interactions, the Sigma female often chooses to engage with those who exhibit true curiosity, while setting boundaries with those who seek to label her. She understands that her journey is unique, and she is not obligated to conform to others' expectations. Moreover, the desire to understand her often leads to growth for both parties. As others learn more about the Sigma female, they may gain insights into their own lives, prompting self-reflection and personal development. In turn, the Sigma female finds herself enriched by the connection she forges with those who approach her with genuine curiosity. Ultimately, the recognition of a Sigma female by others reveals the complexity of human interactions. Her independence and depth invite both admiration and inquiry, leading to connections that are meaningful and transformative.